What is up, folks? We are back in this AT4 here, and yeah, it's time to get back to it because, you know, I did everything in the last video and it runs a little smoother because all new plugs and wires, but it's still misfiring for one, and it's still smoking for two. The two issues that we don't want. I'm gonna go through, and there's a few other things I'm gonna do before I tear this motor apart. One being I'm gonna check the valley cover, and also, well, mainly the spark first. Spark, compression, then the PCV stuff. Because the misfire, it shouldn't be misfiring. Like that shouldn't be. So between the spark and compression on cylinder 3 to figure out what's going on there. Let's get this thing started up and moved around. Yeah, I can smell the smoke already. Yeah, you can see it a little bit too. It's starting to smoke. I'm gonna move this thing around so it's not running that much. And you can hear the misfire in it, clear as day. Because something's got to give, and when it's when it's heavy stuff on heavy stuff, when whatever gives, it's generally pretty bad. And the oil pressure actually looks really good. It's not smoking too bad. Yeah, see, like it's a little bit of smoke, but not too bad. Not bad at all. Finally got it pulled in, and check this, is crazy. So I have my misfire counter up here. The new stuff's funky. Watch cylinder 3. Like it's every single cycle. Like it's not firing at all. Like zero, nothing. That's got to get sorted out. Everything else is fine, smooth and dandy. And we got smoke everywhere. Smoke the whole building. This is, see, here we go. So before, when I moved it, you could tell it wasn't hardly no smoke, and now you can clearly tell in the camera there's smoke everywhere. Between coming from up under the hood and the exhaust, a lot of smoke. But cylinder 3 misfire, I'm gonna swap that coil pack and start it up, and then I'm going to check the plug and compression after that. We have these things disconnected, unhooked. Let's get a light in here real good. Real good. Camera. And here's coil pack 3. Just pop it out. I'm gonna swap it with 4 and make some things happen. Must be some little cats or something that be climbing in this engine bay. There's little cat furs everywhere. Let me get this plugged up and see if we get something. So I plugged in the wires and the connectors for the, excuse me, I can't talk. I plugged in the wires for the connectors and the coil packs. I didn't really bolt them down because we're just troubleshooting, and they're not gonna fall. They're not gonna get tangled up into nothing. So let's do a startup, get the computer turned on, and we shall see what these misfires is looking like. So we're already linked in still, that's good. We're gonna hit start scanning, fire this puppy up. Oh man, this new stuff. Misfire on cylinder 3 still. So the coil pack's good. Swap coil packs, these are good. Now, yeah, it's still misfiring. 3. So now that that's the case, yeah, I'm time to do a compression check. Step by step. I like to do things in procedures because it's gonna cost you more time, but you're not just throwing money. Like, this isn't horrible. Like, you could probably, I mean, it's still a few $100, right? I don't know about you, but $5 a year, it's just like $5 to me. And I know people who got a lot more money than me, and $5 to them probably means more to them than it means to me. It's kind of ironic, but those of you that know. But yeah, so I do troubleshoot. I go through steps. I like to kind of check all points of what could be an issue before I start throwing money at it. So now I'm at the point of getting the compression checked just to see if I got like a valve stuck open or something, because that's the last thing I got at this point. I'm gonna pull the plug real quick, check the plug, and after that, compression test. Because you got to pull the plug to, you know, for a compression test. Just ran O'Reilly's got, camera sync off. Just ran O'Reilly's got a compression tester. I just ran them. I needed one of these because I do a lot of compression testing and don't own a compression tester. I always rent it out. This here, this is gonna go in your engine. You just thread this in where your spark plug went, and then this should thread in there, and then that'll snap in there. And I just unplugged all my spark plugs or coil packs, and that'll give me a good enough, you know, solution to not let the engine start, so I can turn the starter over. Unplugged in where the spark plug goes. Pressure test is laying right there, so I'm gonna hit the starter and see what we can get it up to. We're at 170, and that's not bad. That's not bad at all. And it's holding. I don't know if this does much of a leak down test. I think it just fills up, and then it holds it. I don't know if this is good for a leak down test or not. I think I need another machine into this for leak downs. But it does make compression. Alright, so here's my two injectors I have here. This one came out of 3, which with all the misfires, and you can tell the injector looks like it's never seen detonation, like ever. And then this one here, I mean, I did hit it with some brake cleaner, but it had soot on it and stuff like that. But this one has no type of soot or anything, so it's either not getting spark or not getting fuel. So yeah, it's a tough one. So I'm going to swap these plugs for one. I already know if I still have misfires, this plug is good. It'll let me know like this isn't just a freaking factory defective plug. And then also, I'm gonna go into, I guess, swapping the injector one more time, because at this point I'm almost feeling like it's like a wiring issue somewhere. Because if it's not, yeah, if I swap the injector, swap the plug, swap the coil packs, and it's still the same thing, then it's something in the wiring itself versus, that's the thing, a wiring harness doesn't just go bad, right? Not in a new truck like this. So it's gonna take some digging and figuring out. So 3 is definitely getting spark. I don't know if you saw those arcing and stuff, but 3's getting spark. In 4, I did a compression test, and it's way lower than cylinder 3 popped up. 3 popped up as 170, and 4 popped up as 150. So we're looking at 100% chance of a fuel issue here, because it has plenty of spark. So I'm gonna swap the wires and plugs just to, in case I had like a factory defective plug or factory defective wire. And after that, I mean, yeah, it's fuel. Fuel is 100% the issue. I'm guessing the compression is probably higher on 3 because of the oil that was in the cylinder. I mean, the plug was still drenched in oil. So the oil in the cylinder, what the oil does, it'll coat it, and it'll allow your rings to seal up even better. So you'll have a higher compression than if you didn't have the oil on the cylinder. So with it not burning it off, and with the oil being in the cylinder, then the chances of the compression being higher it's there, and it makes sense. It's all kind of tying together, right? That's one of the biggest things, is just kind of knowing how these things are supposed to work, and it just helps with troubleshooting. But these LT stuff's running me through the ringer right now. I enjoy my lesson. Well, we're gonna get it done one way or another. Well, same thing. I started up, and it was just counting up just like before on cylinder 3. We know for a fact the plug is good because the plug was firing 4. We know for a fact the wire is good because the wire was firing 4. We know for a fact the coil pack is good because the coil pack was firing 4. Oh yeah, and plus we saw the spark. So now we're at a point of fuel, because we got air, because we got compression, we got spark because, I mean, we visually saw the spark, and we utilized the plug and wire on 4 on 3, and which we know was working good. So now it's like fuel. Why is it not getting any fuel? I swapped the injector from, I think, 1 and 2, Now, unless I just had one of them days where I took off the injector and put it right back in the same hole and then put it right back in the truck, but I don't think that's the case. The only thing that I can do now is do it all over again, take off the intake, the manifold, the fuel rail, and swap 2 injectors again, which I thought I already did, but just to triple check myself, you know, I'll swap, you know, 3 and 5 or 3 and 1, put it back together, fire it up again, and if that doesn't do it, why is it not firing? You know what I mean? Tough one. All right, another quick rundown on the speculations of what is going on with this car. There we go. So, have the intake manifold off. We got for 2 things here. One is why is it not firing? Cylinder 3. So let's take a look. I have the intake manifold off. It's pretty simple. A few plugs and a bunch of 10mm bolts. And here we have the fuel rail. So these are all loose. It was loose, a little bit loose, but not loose enough. Always just loosen these just a little bit, just to allow them to maneuver, like move around and swivel. And then I go to disconnect this here. This one I loosen up all the way. And then all these rail bolts here, 1, 2, 3, 4 on each side. And yeah, that's close now. It's getting blurry, but that's what I do to get the fuel rail out. So I'm gonna do that. And also, why does this have, it's like a dead plug, I guess. Yeah, nothing there. So when I take this off, and I wonder if I could get the valley cover off without messing with that fuel pump in the rear. I don't know. Let's go take a look at a Gen 5 outside. So let's up there. It's hard to tell. It looks like I do have to take the fuel pumps out. It looks like I do. So here we have another Gen 5 engine. And yeah, it looks like we definitely have to take these 2 bolts out. So this is gonna come out, and the fuel rails have to come off. So, busy. That's to get it done. This was what looked kind of funky. It's like, why does it have this? I don't know. I don't even know what that is. I'm a Gen 3, Gen 4 guy. This is all, yes, I've had Gen 5s, but my Gen 5 was super simple. Intake, converter, E85, exhaust, intake. Like, you don't need much for a Gen 5 to just work. Mine was on a Camaro, so I didn't have a truck. All right, so this is all squared away. I took injector 3 and 4, swapped them. The other 2 white caps are actually, I have them, they're in the engine bay. But yeah, this is all good, taken care of. I wiped it clean, it had a little crud on there. Let's take a look at the other side. So here are the passenger side, and man, oh man, do y'all see that? That looks, oh my goodness. Yeah, those things are something. I mean, it runs, but man, they look bad. So I'm just gonna clean these off. They ran fine, they cycled fine. I just pulled it because I'm going to pull, I was told the valley cover also can cause issues with the oiling if it's clogged or whatever. So I'm gonna take off the valley covers, the valve covers and the valley cover just to inspect it. I have no idea what it looks like under there. And then I'll go back to reassembling and everything. All right, it is still counting misfires. I get it. It says it's counting them. Why, I'm not sure. So I found a used valve cover. PCV valve is on this side. Valve cover. I hear a slight tap still. Like an injector tap. Like, but it's only one tap individually. It's like, hey, I don't know what it's called. But I did that, and I poured some of this. Found this old Marvel mystery oil. I found out, and back in the day, this is how people saved motors from blowing up and kept them forever. So I put a good bit of it in there and topped it off with some oil, and I mean, it's running. It's not really skipping. Like usually if it skips, you can see the whole engine rocket. Right now, that doesn't look bad. The engine isn't smoke isn't coming from up here. Yep. Not going down there. I don't see much smoke. I definitely. Okay. Right. I'll get up. So I don't see much smoke coming out. I can still smell a little bit, but you saw how much it was pouring out of here before it was a load of it. Right now I don't see any smoke whatsoever. So it's running smoother, no smoke. Did I attempt fix it? Probably. But like I said, it's doing what it's supposed to do. It seems like it's running all the way pretty smooth. I hear that slight tick, just a slight tick, but it's not skipping like it was before. I mean, before it was really bad. So I'm gonna call it, man. I'm gonna let that oil cycle through here. Oh, sweat is killing me. I'm gonna let that oil cycle through that engine and see what it does. Give it, I don't know, do it 30 minutes today and 30 minutes tomorrow, then put some fresh oil in it and take it for a drive, because right now it's thumbs up for me. I mean, this wasn't it wasn't brought to my attention to do a full engine rebuild, so I didn't do that. It was to get it running good, not smoking, and yeah, just not about to blow up. So everything checks good, compression check, new spark plugs, injectors, and yeah, the injector. Yeah, I don't know why that's. I hear the tick, and it's probably from cylinder 3 where it had that misfire. I don't know if one of those injectors were weak or would, but this thing could probably use some injectors, honestly. I think, yeah, a few injectors, a few new what am I trying to say? A few new injectors and a high pressure fuel pump. So there's a fuel pump on the top of the engine in the back. I mean, swap that out and fresh set of injectors. This thing probably on point for the most part. Yeah, a set of LS7 lifters in the can wouldn't hurt it either, but I mean, right now that's not what we're quite going for. So hope you enjoyed the video. Hope you learned something. You'll find out whether this thing starts back. Make sure what smoke is just now. But you'll find out whether this thing starts back smoking or blows up or whatever it may be. I'll keep y'all up to date with it. But right now, I think we're in good shape. So hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you next video. Peace.